Hi, I'm Glenn,
I'm Ryan.
and we're here at Village Garage Distillery in downtown Bennington, Vermont.
We're going to give you the craft spirits and distilling tip of the week. When we use our roller mill system, which is a chain and disc system, we actually every month, which everybody should do, is pull a sample off. How crushed is it? So it's good to every single month have a logbook, have your tools for that area right at that area. They do not leave that area. So every single month you open the equipment up, you vacuum it out, you dust them out, you grease the bearings, you make sure everything's running smooth. We initially started off with a measurement of how far the rollers are set. So our roller mill system is nice. It's a two-part. It's a coarse and fine part. The grains get dropped in from a hopper, or weighted hopper, 100 pounds at a time. It unloads, it goes through. As it's grinding and milling, we pull a sample out. I check how coarse it is because ultimately, the more water contact you can get with your grains, the more extraction and more everything that you're gonna get involved to ultimately have the best product. So one is being safety, two is being hands-off as much as you can, and third is maintenance on your equipment to make sure it's always running at full capacity so you're not putting a load on it, it's not breaking down. And with that equipment in mind, you will and you should have a spot for those tools in nested area in a logbook. You train your staff to check it every single month, and you keep a log, you keep measurements between everything. So every month, you know, hey, this is set at 28 millimeters, we're at 31 millimeters right now. Let's go reset what happened. Did anything come loose? Is that why it's separated? So it's always good to keep a logbook of maybe your belt tension, maybe the distance between your two rollers, or whatever system that you're using. We do those things on a monthly basis. Keep everything swept, keep everything clean. So, you know, when you're doing a preventive maintenance walk around, you're looking at piping. Is there a nut loose? Is there a screw loose that vibrated from the mill, just vibrating vigorously? So if you're always to keep on top of anything, nothing's gonna break down. You'll never have an issue during the middle of your milling. Because I've had before that this place and other places where we're running the equipment and a nut breaks. You know why? Because we didn't check everything on a routinely basis, because then that will throw off your whole day. And then what? You're paying man hours, you're paying labor, you're paying energy costs. Now you're taking that grain and you're wasted a whole entire day, which at the end of the day, that's cost per batch. Preventive maintenance, tools in every area. It's very, very important to keep everything clean and to do a check on all your equipment and valves as needed. You know, hey, it seems pointless to take a whole day off every Friday. You know what we do every Friday? We take our time, we cut out of work a little early, and we spend our time to do checks on all mechanical equipment to make sure everything's good. So every Friday, we clean, we organize, we tighten, and we check on product. And that's how, at the end of the day, you have the best quality that you can give to the end goal, which is your consumer. That's how we keep it simple, and that's how efficiency is done, especially with the mill. With the roller mill system, chain and disc that we use, what most mash tuns and cookers don't have is a viable way for that system, the grain handling system, to then attach to your equipment. We took out the part of, hey, we need a bungee cord. Let's keep the man door open. Let's not keep the grain flutter in the air, because that is a hazard, because grain will spark and catch fire. So if we can limit the amount of grain that's in the air and the dust that's laying around, let's limit that. So we said, let's cut this whole system open. Let's weld a stainless steel pipe. Let's put a valve in to go from roller mill system, chain and disc, into the mash tun cooker with the lid, everything closed, so everything is kept inside of the mash tun cooker. We get full grain contact with the water because we put a 45 on it, so that goes right to the blade. So what we did was filled up with X volume of water. That would be, this is how the height of our liquid would be. And then we shot that into there. We did 25 degrees, 22 degrees, 30 degrees. What is the perfect angle that will hit right where we need to where it won't get caked on to the motor and the shaft with the blades to keep everything homogenized as we're doing through the brew process. So once we start brewing, I don't need to get the paddle in there and get the grains mixed up. You're not wasting time. You leave the door shut, close everything off, and just keep going with the system. So there's time that we save there with paddling and mixing the grain to make sure everything's homogenized and mixed up as well. And we did multiple angles, and we just redid it that way to make sure that we don't have to stand there and keep somebody an eye on it. You just listen for the sound of the mill to be done milling the grains. You look at your clock, you wait exactly 4 minutes, shut everything down, and then you crank the steam up. And that's as simple as that. One guy. That's how we do that part of it.
For more information on building out a sustainable and efficient distillery,
Make sure you click the link below.